The Washington quarter dollar has always been one of the most recognized and circulated coins in American history. Today, let's uncover the incredible story of the 1990 Washington quarter and why collectors are hunting for it like treasure. At first glance, it might look like just another quarter worth 25 cents, but when you dive deeper, you'll realize that certain 1990 quarters are worth far more than face value. Some rare examples have shocked collectors at auctions, selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on condition, errors, and rarity. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design by sculptor John Flanagan became iconic, George Washington's profile on the obverse, and the bold American eagle on the reverse. By 1990, the quarter had already been around for decades, but this year produced coins with interesting qualities that now attract collectors' attention. Millions were minted, yes, but a tiny fraction holds surprising value. When people talk about the 1990 Washington quarter, they often assume it's common pocket change. After all, over $1 billion were struck across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But here's where the story becomes fascinating. Not all coins are created equal. Some coins struck that year display sharpness, brilliance, and clean surfaces that make them prized among collectors. And in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A quarter in average circulation might just be worth 25 cents, but a pristine, untouched, mint-state 1990 quarter can easily jump in value to tens or even hundreds of dollars. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1990 quarter is the possibility of discovering error coins. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during production, and instead of being discarded, the mistake makes it into circulation. These errors transform an ordinary coin into a highly desirable collectible. Examples include off-center strikes, double dies, missing mint marks, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. Each error tells its own unique story, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Imagine pulling a quarter from your change jar that was accidentally struck off-center. Suddenly, instead of being worth a quarter, it could be worth hundreds. Now let's talk about grading. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins based on their condition, assigning grades from good to mint state and even proof. A 1990 quarter in poor condition will hold little to no premium, but a coin graded MS67 or higher can fetch impressive sums. In fact, there are examples of 1990 quarters selling for over $1,000 at auction when they reached near-perfect mint grades. Why so much? Because out of the millions produced, very few survived without scratches, bag marks, or wear. Collectors chase perfection, and rarity in high grade drives the price sky high. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 600 million quarters in 1990, identified by the absence of a mint mark. The Denver Mint struck nearly 1 billion coins with a small D mint mark. While both are considered common in circulation, finding them in exceptional condition is the challenge. Then there's the San Francisco Mint, which struck proof quarters for collectors. These proofs were never intended for circulation and have mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. Today, proof 1990 quarters can be worth more than their face value, especially in pristine condition. The fun doesn't stop there. Some 1990 Washington quarters are known for special varieties. Collectors sometimes come across doubled dies, where the design appears slightly doubled because of a misalignment during the die creation. These varieties can significantly boost a coin's desirability and price. Another interesting feature is toning, when a coin's surface develops unique rainbow or golden colors due to natural aging. Some collectors prize beautifully toned 1990 quarters and are willing to pay more for them. When it comes to selling prices, let's look at some real examples. Circulated 1990 quarters usually sell for just face value. But uncirculated examples can range from $10 to $50, depending on grade. High-grade mint state coins, especially MS67 or higher, have been auctioned for hundreds. In one case, a 1990 D quarter graded MS67 sold for over $1,500. Proof versions in top condition also command strong prices, with deep cameo contrasts being the most desirable. This shows how something as ordinary as a quarter can become a valuable collectible when condition, rarity, and demand align. For collectors, the 1990 Washington quarter represents more than just money, it's a piece of history. Each coin carries the image of the nation's first president, symbolizing leadership and independence. Collecting these coins is like holding a small piece of American heritage in your hand. That's why people around the world treasure them, not just for their value, but for their story. So how can you find a valuable 1990 quarter? Start by checking your change. Look closely at coins you already have. Examine the mint mark, the condition, and whether any errors are present. If the coin looks unusually crisp or has unique features, it may be worth getting graded.